When I felt the peace that having some money, owning something gave me, I said to myself, wait a minute. So everything started when I moved to New York City from the Dominican Republic back in 2016. After 8 years of not being able to live with my mother, but living with my father and my grandparents back in the Dominican Republic. I am so grateful for the education I received back in my country and for the good experiences that I have as I grew up with a family that was very modest but so loving and caring about us, about me, my father. We care about each other all the time, my aunt, and everybody around, always very good. So I have to say that I did have a pretty happy childhood, even though I missed my mom very much. In 2009, 2008, I come to the New York City or the Big Apple. I was super scared and excited at the same time because I was finally going to be able to live with my mother, be here, a lot of those good stuff. And yeah, I know it wasn't going to be easy, but I was prepared. I was 13 years old when I came here. I was so happy to see my mom, but I soon realized that we have one problem. Money was very hard. I saw my mom waking up few times per week to go clean a house for a person, for someone, and getting paid $60 every time she went there. $60 from 7 a.m. all the way to 5 p.m. I saw that and I didn't know like much about working and stuff like that because I was only 13 and I was like, oh my God, this is a struggle. My mom is doing so much for so little, and at the same time, trying to help me as well. I remember that back then, she received EBT or SNAP's benefits, so we were able to buy groceries with the money that she received from the government for help. It was pretty tough because in my mother's side of the family, things were a little bit out of like control, so it was never a very united family. There was always an issue. So that was something that I didn't experience back then in the Dominican Republic. So coming here to that was like a little crazy. So I knew that something wasn't right, but I didn't know what it was. I then got my job. I started working, making money. Um, and by the time I already had a job, I also had my daughter, which I had to support. And my mom always there trying to help me, even though she was making so little. And I was helping her with the bills and stuff, making a little bit more. And we always help each other. My mom is my hero. I'm so grateful for my mother. With time, I started making more and more money, but I also started increasing my lifestyle because I thought that was the normal. I mean, the people around me always told me that you work a lot, you deserve everything you buy. So, this was a mentality that I acquired from the people around me, and I thought it was okay. So, as my income went up, my expenses and bills went up as well. So this created a balanced thing. So I was getting paid more, but I was also spending more. So there was no money at the end. I didn't have any experience when it comes to finances or saving money, etc. I didn't know what that was. But I did soon realize that I was going into this hamster wheel where I thought I would have money, but then at the end I didn't have nothing. So I knew something was wrong, but I didn't know what it was. So I remember I started reading that book, the Think and Grow Rich, and I that really changed a lot of the things that I thought that were a priority or that I thought it was a good way of thinking or living, I would say. So that's when I was like, I need to change something. I was working for Chase, JP Morgan Chase back then. I got so many side hustles aside from Chase though, but I was working at Chase and I got a part time um, at McDonald's, and then I was also working for Spotify in the city. That's when I saved my first $5,000. I remember that I don't know if this is I created this big restriction around my goal because my goal was to have $5,000 saved in the shortest amount of time that I could make it. So I decided to put in my mind that I didn't have no money to buy absolutely zero outside. I got some money here and there that I did give my mom to buy groceries, but aside from that, I did not eat one single French fries from outside for 6 or 8 months, I think, until I actually reached the $5,000 that it took me so long. But I was so happy to see all this money in my hand because I never had been able to save. I never thought that was possible for me, especially. OMG, with that money, I, I paid some debts, and I also was able to save some money to move out of that room that I was living because I rented a room with my mother and my daughter. We was living there for a few years, and then we moved to another apartment because I had some issues with the person in that apartment, and we moved out of there and we got 2 rooms. It was like a studio because the person that used to live in the apartment didn't live there, so they rented to us, and then we ended up owning the lease of the apartment, etc. A big long story that I would do in another video. We moved here with the money I had, and I was able to have a safety nest in case of an emergency, like $1,000, $1,500 just in case. So that gave me a peace of mind. That gave me peace, something that I didn't have before, because I was always thinking about paying bills, paying my car insurance, paying the car note, paying all this, paying, and no money left. When I felt the peace that having some money, owning something gave me, I said to myself, wait a minute. So owning something gives me this feeling of feeling peaceful, of relaxation. I really need to think outside the box. All these dreams that other people are having for themselves doesn't have to be my own dream. And in 2022, after I bought the land in the Dominican Republic, which I had in mind to buy anyways for a long time, but not with the perspective that I had at that moment, like in 2022, I was like, you know what? I am going to build, um, what, sorry, I am going to build my house in the Dominican Republic. I'm going to build my house the way I want. I am going to plant in the backyard of my house. I am going to save money, cut my expenses here in the United States as much as I can, save as much money as I can, because the dollar in the Dominican Republic is a lot of money, especially for somebody like me that's frugal and that likes to save money. And I'm gonna make them big move. Maybe I go over there and I start my own business. This could be selling clothes, this could be my own truck company, this could be a lot of options we have. It's just that we put on our minds so many questions that we get stuck and we never do anything. I'm past that stage already of fear, of no, of I'm not gonna do this because I don't know. I'm not gonna do this because I don't know. No, I'm gonna get into it. I'm gonna try harder and harder until I get it, and that's it. That's my mentality. So that's what I'm doing right now. That's exactly what I am right now. I felt like I had to share this video because I've seen a lot of people sharing videos about when they already went through the situation, or or past situation or whatever, but I'm actually living in the moment, the construction of my dream. I'm here in New York City. I have my hands, my toes, my body. I can see well. God has blessed me all of these days until right now to wake up and be here. So I'm going to take advantage of my time to create the stability that I want in my life. I don't need a lot of money to be happy. I just need shelter, food, as enough money in case of emergency, a way to make more money, like creating videos for YouTube. I'm monetized. I get money from that. I have a lot of other skills that I could use to help other people and also help myself when it comes to finance. So the limitations really exist on your head. They don't really exist in the outer world. Everything is what you put in your mind and your heart. Frugality, like they call it, has changed my life because now I don't care about the car you drive or other people drive. I don't care about driving that car. I care about my peace. If you love me, you love me. If you don't, that's fine as well. And when you acquire that peace and that mentality and that security of yourself to yourself, you become another person because nothing bothers you. You just relax. When I decided to build my house because I want to move over there, I want to live over there, I want to experience it, going back there with my family, my daughter, my mom, my son, my husband, and then see what happens because you never know what's going to happen until you experience. Don't listen. People are always going to have an opinion. You're going to struggle, you're going to this, you're going to that. It's okay. Let me struggle. It's my life and my decision. And that takes me to the last thing, and is when you have a goal, you wake up every day with a sense of security, with a sense of fulfillment. I don't know how to call it, like with a sense of knowing where are you going. You see a light at the end of the tunnel. You find a purpose. That's the word. Because now you know where are you heading and why are you doing the things that you're doing every morning. Because the struggle comes when you wake up every morning and you're like, I gotta go to work, pay my bills, to do the same thing, and that's it. Like, no, set your life. Write down what is it that you want, because that's gonna give you that strength, that fire inside of you that's gonna be like, come on, Isa, you're going to do this because this is what you want to do and this is what you want to accomplish. So come on. You think I want to wake up every day at 2:30 a.m. to go to work and then come back home and still work in my other job? It's not easy. But you know why I do it? Because my goals are bigger than my fear of whatever it is that I have. Fear is always there. And fears get stronger as you pay attention to it. So since I don't pay attention to my fears, only to my goals and the things that I'm able to do, that's how I'm able to wake up every day and push. And with this being said, guys, I hope I have given you a sense of peace in your life, because now you know that it's not difficult to take the leap of faith and to do the things that you want. It doesn't matter if you fail. It's okay. You always have a second chance. Don't be scared, because what pushed me to become the person that I have become and becoming every single day, it's my desire to never let anybody tell me that I cannot do it, and to find the peace inside of me that I have always looked for outside. But in reality, it was always here. Thank you for watching, and you guys have a blessed day. Bye.